Oh,
Yeah, it's the fast
God
time.
damn.
Don't want to waste content, bro.
Yo, chill. All right.
Intro.
Welcome back
Welcome.
to episode 5.
Yes, sir. So,
Episode 5.
how was your week?
I mean, what is chill? Because look at me now. Just sipping my matcha.
Yeah.
I
Did
got
you
like,
record? Did you record you
no,
making it?
it
Come on.
was, I did it like very fast. It was like
That
a
was
fast,
supposed to be our intro, man.
huh? I mean, it was kind of a quick, like, ceremony. I didn't even
Yeah.
like bother whisking it, you know. I just used the zzz.
Immersion blender.
Yeah, like those instant coffee blender. But anyways, I've been just doing my assignments. I'm dying. I have a 2K annotated bibliography coming up, like a literature review also.
Mm-hmm.
And been inspecting houses or transistors.
Oh, I was gonna say you moving?
Nah, I might. Nah, maybe.
Bro, you have so many stuff. I don't know how you're gonna.
Exactly. That's why I'm considering not considering moving.
That's why you don't get attached to stuff.
What do you mean? So you want to get attached to people?
Before you can always, you know,
What?
it's easy to move.
It's easy to throw them away.
Portable.
That's crazy. Oh, that's my week. How was your week?
At the beginning of the week, it was super busy because it's pretty much done with everything.
Damn, with
Submitted
school.
everything. So yesterday I submitted my last assignment ever in uni, I guess.
Damn, how
But
does
now
it feel?
it feel I feel so free, bro.
Really?
Yeah, to be honest. It's
But you know how after high school you had that empty feeling? Do you still feel that now?
not as much, I don't think.
Oh,
But it's low key, a little bit like scary in a way, because even during like after high school, right? People go to uni, so there's something lined up and it's still studying.
oh
The
yeah,
bachelor,
yeah,
master's, which is different, but it's still the same studying. And I must like now that I'm done with my master's, it's a little bit scary because I don't know what's next. Or I kind of have an idea roughly of what's coming. I have to work, casual, find an actual 9 to 5 career job and all that. But it's just there's no structure, or I'm not forced. The university like enforce a structure on you where you have to do assignments and all that. So this
yeah,
time it's all up to me, really.
to plan and
So
stuff.
it's a little bit scary to be honest.
Yeah,
Exciting, but scary. Because I won't say most people, but some of the people I know sort of either already have a job or have something lined up after they finish uni.
yeah,
So they have that path already sort of laid out.
yeah, yeah.
For me, it's still it's like explorative stage still, kind of.
I think you would have to plan your time really well.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
given we were talking about like personal project, given the result of that personal project, I still got the ask, but it wasn't as like I found that it was so difficult
Yeah.
to just like complete it because even if you impose like a timeline, you're not sure if you have enough skill to actually do it. Like for example, in an assignment, right? Say in university assignment. There's lectures, there's material, and then there's assignment there that's due that on that date. You know that if you refer to the material, you should have enough skill to do the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
With your personal project, it's not as straightforward.
Yeah.
So throughout the semester, I pretty much default to like the easier option, which is just do assignment instead of
Yeah.
no. So either way, I need to figure out that whole way of, I guess, imposing more structure on my days for next year, to
Mm-hmm.
replace university structure, so I get the most out of it.
Yeah, that's something to think about. I mean, even yeah, I guess for me now it's the same. Like if you cast like uni aside, I would have to plan my day like really well.
Yeah, yeah. Just if anything, that if you don't do anything and then you just do assignment, it still feel somewhat productive. Right? If you don't have that
Yeah.
in the back of your head and don't really have anything lined up, I
Uh,
s- yeah, probably feel a bit different. Just different from what we used to, I think.
uh,
Yeah. And other than that, had our drinks over the weekend.
yeah.
It's end of the
As
semester.
always.
What do you mean always, bro? I only drink on special occasion. He made it sound like I'm an
No,
alcoholic.
no, I'm not saying you drink often. I'm saying you drink a lot in one sitting.
It's a lot is
That's what I
relative.
mean by as always.
But okay, so it's the end of semester.
Okay,
All the
fair.
societies sort of have the end of semester party. All right. Karaoke was on Friday, which is pretty fun. And yesterday was the UC Japanese Society.
Yeah,
That one was quite fun as well.
depressing. No.
I would say depressing. It was, yeah, interesting to say the least. Like hanging out with different, out drinking with different people that you're not,
Yeah.
like I'm not that like you guys where everyone's kind of comfortable already. So essentially drinking with people you're familiar with but not as close, and then trying to get closer and stuff like that. It's
Yeah, yeah.
an interesting thing. I don't know. Just university stuff, I guess.
Bro, but then you know how you said you were gonna be in the exec like position.
Oh yeah.
So does that mean you're still like doing uni stuff next year? Like just the society?
For the first semester probably, yeah. So I'll be there helping out.
Oh, that's
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah,
I think that's
stewardship.
something then. Hmm. Yeah, you said
Mm,
gonna find a part-time job and stuff as well.
exactly. So casual job, probably have some of that as well. I'm planning on like picking up a sport as well. So kind of like having that routine.
Yeah, yeah. Sport.
Yeah. Judo maybe.
God, God damn. That was like running.
I mean, keep healthy. And also, like I said, yeah, you should have some form of routine or structure to your week at least.
Mm.
This is something that keep you like motivated
Yeah.
or disciplined. It's easier than having those kind of commitment rather than like setting out those commitment yourself, because you're in like that setting, other people kind of help
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
motivate you. So that's, yeah, pretty much it. That's the day I got back home kind of late.
Yeah.
I was like almost 2 a.m.
God damn. It was a long party.
It's ended at 9, and like people just go karaoke and stuff afterwards, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's very interesting.
Did
I
you
I see firsthand how I guess the stress of organizing event for
I
a large amount of people.
yeah, exactly.
I feel so, I don't know, because like the people that goes, the members, at least most of the time they don't uh, take into consideration how the effort it takes to make sure everything goes smoothly, the plan,
Yeah.
and sometimes they're not as I guess grateful.
Yeah. I mean, they probably only spot like the mistakes or like
Exactly, right. So
stuff like that.
as an like organizer, we just want them to have fun, right?
Yeah,
So sometimes, yeah, I don't know. It'll be
I think like it will never go as planned.
exactly, bro. It's so hard to gotta compromise, and especially with large group of people. Um, you don't want to be the one that's like set up everything, you know.
Yeah,
I respect people who do. I also try to help out whenever I can, but that's not the
yeah.
case for majority of people there. They just some people don't want to clean up after themselves.
God damn.
But yeah, it was interesting. I think next year, um, I'll be helping out to plan those events, also
Yeah.
working more with them.
I think it's just probably like setting proper expectation with the people that's like, part of the event or
Yeah.
organization. But
You can't. It's not for everyone, and they can't make everyone or please everyone. So it's the
yeah,
nature of societies, I guess, or big group in general.
yeah, of group setting.
Just like our trip and
Yeah,
stuff.
that was
A lot of logistical
yeah.
challenges.
I mean, it was whatever. It's like it just gives you insight for the future, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
Once I've like throughout like past even in Cambodia, past friend group and stuff, I have a lot of those moments
yeah, yeah,
where like someone would plan something and then sometimes there's a little bit of drama because the other side of the friend doesn't care or like as much or doesn't, you know, help out or doesn't fit and then they just complain and without like with no bad intention essentially.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
like I have a lot of those experiences. So it's easier or at least I don't know, more mature maybe. You've experienced a lot of those.
yeah. It's like you just become resistant to whatever those
Yeah,
people
yeah,
are
yeah.
expressing.
Essentially, I don't notice the difference between like some of the members and some of those who like actually. It's like if you work in hospitality before, your when your food get delayed, next time you show up as a customer, you're not as mad, you know, because
Yeah.
you know how hard it is. Sometimes shit get delayed. Sometimes you know,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
essentially like that. If you like plan event and stuff before, and then thing doesn't go as well, you have that
Yeah.
like, oh, it's fine. Just go with the flow.
Yeah, yeah. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yeah, bro. But essentially, it is coming to a close for the semester,
Oof.
for the year even, bro. So I guess it's a good time to segue into that past, present, future
Oh yeah.
conversation.
Uh-huh. I mean, yeah, this basically I don't know if it's like the conclusion yet, but I guess it marks the conclusion of your studying.
Yeah, so uh,
Like academically, like at least.
academically,
Yeah.
oh, I definitely say that just from an academic point of view, this masters has been an overall good experience for me.
Yeah.
I grown a lot, get a lot of practical skills,
Uh,
and even my grade was way better than, well, I guess Unimob is harder, but
yeah.
um,
But would you say like the reason you had a good experience was because of the actual like master's program itself, or was it because like bachelor's didn't like turn out well, so this time like you took on initiative and stuff like that?
mm, that's a good question. I think definitely both because I've seen people who just try to flunk like just pass the course as well. But
Yeah.
the way that, to be honest, is only throughout the course, right? There's probably only like five subject that really were useful to me. So the machine learning one,
Yeah.
advanced machine learning, natural language processing, big data engineering, deep learning. Those five thing was, I guess I'm attributing it all to like the professor.
Yeah.
It's good professor.
So same professors? Oh, same.
The three different professors
Oh, okay.
leading those. So like those are really good, engaging um
Yeah.
professors that I like make an effort to attend every class, right?
Uh,
But there were also some classes that were hit or miss. Like I told you, this management
yeah,
subject
management.
was, if my courses majority of which is like this, I wouldn't enjoy the master degree at all.
Mm,
Right? I wouldn't be proactive. I wouldn't be, you know. At the same time, there's also element of like I have to make something out of this. Otherwise, yeah, it's just gonna be a repeat of bachelor's.
yeah. And that was like 5 units out of how many? 12?
Yeah, pretty much the half.
Almost half. I
Yeah.
mean, that's not bad. Like, that's basically a year of good experience.
Yeah, honestly, like the thing with GTS, this particular course as well, is not academically focused. You can, if you want, you can do like research, but you also have the choice to like get intern or just do
Oh,
your own
yeah.
project. Essentially,
More
you
hands-on.
make something, yeah, hands on.
Yeah.
Whereas in Melbourne Uni, they were so strict on like just making it like academically
Like,
exams and stuff,
yeah.
which is kind of useless for, I guess, international student, in my opinion, because if you're planning to do academia anyway, it's perfect for you. But if you just want like a job, potential pathway and experience in Australia, I feel like university that offer more hands-on course will be way more valuable. You get more bang for your buck essentially. Because
Yeah.
I enjoy UTS a lot more and it's way cheaper.
That's also a big factor, bro.
Yeah, and I honestly, after I finish, I feel super confident in essentially like landing a data analyst role or something along that line.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's not like when you go to do interviews and on the job, you don't do exams, right?
Yeah,
It's,
exactly.
it's more like, I've done this project before. Or the way you solve this is this. Oh, this is what I built. And then sometimes if you actually build it yourself, they'll ask question on, oh, why did you set it up this way? What's your thinking behind it? So something like that. And you have
Uh,
something to say rather than if you just cram and do exams, you know, you it
yeah.
doesn't really help you in that way in terms of like landing a job.
Mm,
So yeah, from a, I guess, career point of view, I feel like I'm heading in the right direction. There's still some like I'm not sure what data role I want yet. So there's a bunch data analyst, data engineer, data scientist.
yeah.
I'm not clear on that yet. So it's really a matter of deciding. And then once it become clearer, I think I just for next year work toward that role and try to get that job.
Yeah. It's it's kind of hard when you have like a lot of options to consider, but you have like limited time where it's like you only have 2 years of working visa.
Yeah, you have to decide essentially.
Yeah.
Just pick it, and I guess the rest is up to fate. Honest.
Yeah.
What
Well,
what about you, bro? How's your
I mean,
this thing so far?
academically, I don't know if I'm gonna benefit like anymore from like, like doing this masters. What I learn now, it's like heavy research, and stuff like that, which is like not my thing.
Yeah.
Like probably I feel more like you where I rather prefer like because going into this masters, I thought I would have like internship and stuff, right?
Hmm.
So I was like looking forward to that, but then there isn't any, so it's like just academic. Mm. But the good thing is it's just 1 year and I'm almost done. Looking back though, I feel compared to my bachelor's, because I had experience like doing my intern, writing my papers, it's so much better because you could explore more, I guess,
Yeah.
and you sort of see like the relationship between, like you said, like how important like hands-on experiences and
Yeah.
how like there has to be a combination of, both sorts of experience, I guess. It's just on the academic side, I haven't taken like the time to, pick up those research skills, I guess. Because, bro, there's a lot of terms, like terminology that you have to use in researching, and yeah, so struggling with that. But then in terms of linking it to, my practical experience, it's very easy. And I guess when I write my paper, it doesn't feel as forced or like fake, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So
Do you think, like looking back on the choices you made the last couple of years or so, would you say you made the correct choice in picking this,
I think
or like
cor
look it based on the information that you had
back
back
then,
then?
yeah. I mean, correct, like it's you have to like define it, you know what I mean? Like
That's true.
correct for me, correct for my future,
I guess
It's
it's not, you don't really know what are the other alternatives because you.
yeah, because what I did back then, like getting into this master's program, doing early childhood, was what I considered as correct for my future, right?
Mm,
And that's for the short term, because like right now, if you think about it, you would struggle to, I guess, explore, your mm, data roles, because you only have 2 years to,
mm,
test the waters, and
yeah.
then at some point it's gonna be like a leap of faith, like you're just gonna go into this specific industry and just hope that okay, maybe I might like it, and then that would become your career. But then if you don't, it's gonna be miserable, And my idea getting this was okay, I might, suffer for like 2 years, but then if I can get uh or like I can extend the duration of like my exploration, I guess, of options.
Mm.
It'll help. It's just right now it kind of backfire because the law change and stuff like that.
It's more than 2 years.
So now it's still 2 years, and I'll have another 2 years on my work visa to like actually make it work. If it doesn't, then it's actually gonna backfire for sure. But considering like the amount of effort that I put
Mm,
into this, I wouldn't say like I'm at a breaking point or like my back is against the wall yet, because I haven't like even properly started my CCL studies or applying for job in early childcare. It's just I always have this mindset I have to align everything. Like,
Yeah.
um, have you seen those videos where, you have like a toy, a children's
Hmm.
toy, and there's like different shapes of and it's like a window where you put in blocks of different shapes, right? So
Hmm.
you have like a circle or square, but then that shapes particularly is a square, right? But
They keep putting the same thing in the square.
yeah, and you can
Okay.
still put a square. You can put so for me, I thought it has to be a square. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Mm.
Um, for example, um, I have to oh get on my 485 first before I apply for my childcare. But then because of that, I've been waiting, wasting my time just waiting, or even just studying for CCL. Oh, I didn't think, that there's an importance doing my CCL study now, because even if I get my 5 additional points, it still wouldn't be the minimum, because I would have to wait till next year to get another 5 points when I turn 25 in order to get to the minimum
Mm.
or guarantee, I guess, that they'll accept my application because I already applied for my visa, the 189.
Yep.
And yeah, that's pretty much my thought process now and back then, and like how flawed it is. And now, I don't know, I feel like changing 3 shifts to 2 shifts, sort of like I get to lay back and then just look at, how I've been doing things.
Yeah.
And I was just talking Chun to the other day about like, why, you know, am I so different from when I was in Singapore? So when I was in Singapore, I was pretty much active as you are right now. I
Hmm.
have like extracurricular activity. So Dragon
Hmm.
Boat, finish Dragon Boat, I would go to church. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it made me think about faith.
Uh-huh. Like
Like
faith as in the future, of faith as in like God.
faith as in like God, as in like a community, like a
Right. Right. Right.
religious community, right? And I kind of understand like why people subscribe themselves to this idea of a higher being, even though you can't really see them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's that belief that drives your movement.
Like
So yeah, I was thinking, right?
lack of
It's
faith. Is
yeah,
it?
like because like when I was in Singapore, I wasn't like thinking about, oh, why is my life so like wasteful, or what am I doing every day, or like I don't wake up every day just doing nothing, just sleeping on my bed and stuff. In Singapore, I was active,
Mm. Mm.
and maybe back then that's when, everything just sort of, you know,
Online. Not
break
to
apart.
break apart.
Yeah.
I would say, even for me, as I grow older, I feel like getting closer and closer to like religion or like some sort of faith as well.
Yeah.
Not necessarily subscribe to a particular religion, but just the idea of um everything's gonna work out or everything's happening for a reason, something
Yeah.
like that. Or like just the absolute belief that everything will end up fine. That
Mm-hmm.
I found helps a lot
Yeah.
in terms of like motivation and stuff, or like for the future. Like even right now, because I do have this little bit of fear in terms of like, oh, will I make it? Right. But I don't know, just reflecting on my life so far,
Uh-huh.
whatever sort of attention or whatever I really want, I sort of get, right?
Yeah.
one way or another. So come to Australia, came to Australia. Want to be a barista, got a barista job.
Yeah.
Want to get into good uni, got Melbourne Uni. Want to come to Sydney, came to Sydney.
Yeah.
And that idea of like, oh, all those 4 or 5 things, looking back, I couldn't have done it all but just by myself, you know. There's something that aligns, or like in particular, um, when I decided to come to Sydney, it was coincide with the time that my parent sold a house. So the
Yeah.
funding that required for my education was done,
Was there, yeah.
was there. So I didn't have to, I would say like it was possible
Yeah, you
only
don't have
because
to
this
contemplate, oh, will my parents
exactly.
be able to support me and stuff?
And that all 4 or 5 other things also align. So like barista job is because, Khmer or whatnot, um, which is beyond my control. So like it's like a guiding hand, I guess.
Hmm.
So I shouldn't be worried about the future as much. And I think that's kind of aligned with what you said about like faith.
Yeah.
What I'm feeling right now is even with yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's like, when you go to your society, um, you just feel like, I don't know, it feels like family, you know? It's like,
Mm,
um, you're going out of a comfortable space, which is, your home, but then you're going into another comfortable space where you can, I don't know, just be yourself, interact.
yeah,
And I feel like when I'm inside like this house,
yeah,
I just feel like I'm so comfortable to my own thoughts that I just give in to my own thoughts. So
mm,
that's why, I just procrastinate or whatever because I can, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
And at the back of my head, there's always thoughts of like, oh, I need to do my laundry. Oh, I need to go out, run some errands. It always comes up, and I feel like when they come up, I choose not to do it, and then it becomes a bad habit of like, just disregarding that
Mm,
what I
yeah,
need to do thought.
yeah. Thing is because
So
you can afford to delay it, right?
yeah, I can afford not to do it even.
Yeah.
And I now whenever like a thought come up like, oh, I need to go out do something, I just do it. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah,
I feel
definitely the
like,
case.
yeah,
Yeah. Because last year there's a lot of time where I put off things
yeah,
because in the moment I didn't feel like doing it. And then it got in the way of other plans. So like I maybe had plans with Lima, I may had plans with other people. And I wasn't able to enjoy those plans just because I put things off that I should have done, could have done better, oh,
yeah,
managing my time. And
yeah,
it just ruined the whole experience for like me and the other person, right? So like my friends
yeah,
as well.
exactly. Uh-huh.
Um, oh, I can't go to the dinner tonight because of I had this to do or whatever, which is
Uh-huh.
supposed in the plan is supposed to be done prior, and all the chores and stuff should be done prior, but because I didn't complete those due to my like me procrastinating,
Yeah,
I couldn't enjoy the party, or I couldn't enjoy the dinner,
yeah.
and I felt like at one point it was like I missed out on a lot of like memorable moments. Maybe
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
there's I consider that to be important to me, right? So started to like do that less because there's always feedback from like me not delaying it or not doing it,
Yeah.
and it impacted the moment that actually matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And most of us know what we should be doing, right?
Exactly. But I think if you don't feel the consequences of delaying it as much, um, you
And end up doing
definitely
not doing it anyway.
exactly.
Yeah, there's also that aspect. But yeah, just like going back to that religion topic, I don't know. I feel like that's why religion is such a powerful, I don't know, I guess instrument
Yeah.
to,
I why it's persists over the years, bro.
yeah, to move people. It's crazy.
Mm.
And I guess back then it was like, every Friday you would be going to a house
Yeah.
and then you would gather, you know, with a lot of other people. It's like a society meetup, I guess.
It's
And
essentially society.
yeah, what we do is we eat, um, we do some prayers, we talk about our feelings even. So
Mm.
we will share about like, oh, what are we struggling with and stuff. And then we'll
Mm-hmm.
go through some activities and then we do prayers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I probably don't want to um go too deep into like religion where it's like, oh, I have to go church every Sunday and stuff. But at some point, you will have to bear that obligation when you subscribe yourself to a religion, I guess. It's
Mm.
just back then I chose to like um uh, run away from it, I guess, or like, put it aside. It's just because I wasn't comfortable with being a religious person, right? And also my family is like Buddhist.
Yeah.
And um Christianity, there is one cousin in the family, just one cousin, and she's Christian. Back then it was like, frowned upon the fact that she was like praying
Oh,
during
really?
family gathering and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess because of that, it shaped like my, I guess, attitude towards
Mm.
Christianity. And because I was gonna get baptized
Yeah.
and yeah, and then even coming here, I had another chance. I don't know if I told you, but this guy just came up to me and on the street, and then
There's a lot of those in
yeah,
Australia.
exactly. And then I went to one of their Sunday, church, Sunday gospel. I don't know what you call
Yeah.
that. And
Because
then yeah,
yeah, bro, I don't know. For me, the ceremonial thing that you have to do in religion, like go to church every you pray, I I'm not particularly like I don't like those.
yeah, like
Like I really don't like.
me too.
Yeah. Even like Buddhism, I feel like there's a saying like the real church or the real pagoda is in your own heart. Like
Yeah,
like in Buddhism, sometimes it could get in a way like, oh, how many pagoda have you been to this year? Like it's like a competition thing, to show that you're
right, right.
faithful, whatever. Not. But for like, if you just internalize those value, for example, the social gathering and talk about feelings and stuff, you can replicate that with just regular people, right? Without
Yeah,
the additional thing, just be a decent human being, essentially.
yeah. It's just um by going to church and meet those type of people, it helps you find those people much earlier on, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Where like you actually just feel naturally comfortable talking about how you feel and stuff just because, they're coming from a more, I don't know if it's like a authoritative like background, just because, they're
Mm.
worshipping
Mm.
a higher being or
Yeah. But
God.
also, like, even for Buddhism case, in the same way where like, well, my family is Buddhist as well, so you do the obligation with monks and stuff. But for me, the important thing was not really like sign or not really um like, so tall or rule or whatever the chanting is. It's more like family gathering and
Yeah,
um just sit there, touch up, talk, have food together, and we go back our own ways. Just those periodic moment. I feel like it's more important to me.
yeah. I
Some
mean,
people,
for
yeah,
them, yeah. those like mantra chanting, whatever, it's
Mm.
probably essential for their routine, you know. It's like
Mm.
for you, um,
Mm.
you need to, I don't know, do something as part of your routine,
Yeah,
then it's
yeah.
the same for them, I guess.
Example is like, okay, we have this like ritual coming up. In me having setting up that ritual, I'm already like with people talking to people about help setting up that or cà cái tail or that này này chuối bò chuối ấy á.
Yeah,
It's me already internalizing whatever the Buddhist teaching is. I don't have to, I feel like the rich experience I get from interacting with my family, catching up with Supu, Soksabai, something like that. Was the whole point all along. How they say like, oh, the real prize is a journey all along, the friend you make along the way, whatever. Like it's
yeah,
kind of like that in religion, where I'm not don't have to show like strong ritual like praying um outward. I just have to like sort of you know listen to people talk, and that gathering in the first place was what lessened the burden of other people as they go through their own life. That was the point
mm-hmm.
the whole time, to me at least. How I feel about, I guess, religion and faith. um
Yeah,
Less of the like you have to pray every time. You just have to be grateful.
yeah,
And I guess forcing people to pray essentially bring that thought to their head. But if you already have that thought in your head, I don't know if you know
yeah. It
required.
becomes more of like a gesture. Like you just do it for the sake of doing it.
Mm,
When you enforce like such, activities. But
yeah,
yeah, I just feel like you're probably right where like I don't even like need to go to church to you know recall those feelings. Probably I just need to I guess join groups stuff.
yeah, just the word talk. And because there's people have different like level of social capability, so it might take um more time to get close to them and so on. But in a way, meeting those variety of people will also, I think, stir something within you, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's all kind of people.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes it's just get out there and try
Uh-huh.
and I don't know, because I don't think the right approach is to try and get something out of meeting as well. So like I don't know, I would see some people who like go to all the society with the sole
Yeah.
like intention of finding their like close friend, or like finding a um I don't know, like essentially trying so hard to like become close friend with everyone and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if that's the right approach as well. You sort of like have to learn and go without expecting something in return,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a Buddhist philosophy. I don't know.
I mean, you at some point it's you're going there to, socialize. Like
Yeah.
obviously, there's some self-benefit, but you're not going there with like some intention.
Mm.
You want to go there to talk to some people. That's intent. It's just, you know, not ill manner, I guess.
I would say like I've gotten some feedback from some people that's like they go to a lot of this event as well, and they still don't feel like they're close to anyone, or the team within the community. For me, like I've been to a lot of this event, and then I keep going because just enjoy yapping, in, I don't know, learning Japanese, and then when I come back, I'm still by myself, and I'm fine with that. And some people, how they don't have those like close friend like
Yeah.
like us, right? So I'm not really there to chase like those type of connection. And some people does. Some people go to try and like get those connection out of it.
Yeah.
It's fine, I guess, but it's for like the more you try, the harder it is because you're just creating a barrier for yourself. Like,
Yeah.
oh, am I close to this person yet? No, I mean,
Yeah.
whereas you just go there and sort of not expecting anything, and then just kind of flow as long as you're like
Mhm.
not really like trying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess that's like something interesting that I sort of was when I was just reflecting and like trying
Mhm.
to find a topic to talk about.
Oh
But
yeah.
then, yeah, when you sort of reassess, like at some point in your life, you were content, and then you would just see, what's changed.
Yeah.
And for me, I just feel like that is what was missing. And back then, I had a lot of like social interaction, I guess, gathering, all that, like basically what you're doing now. And I'm just missing those because since I guess we started uni,
Mm.
apart from hanging out, in our friend group, hanging out with basically, I
Or
would say
else,
like close strangers. It doesn't exist anymore.
like a big part of it is because I'm still single.
I mean, Chon was just saying that, like she was saying, oh, maybe she's holding me back and stuff. But I just feel like it was because I got comfortable and didn't feel the need that, okay, maybe I need to go out and socialize. Because you could say, like in the beginning, I went out, find a
Yeah, yeah.
to
So like
find a girlfriend or whatever.
definitely, I would say a contributing factor is the fact that
But
I don't.
then
Yeah.
back then, I didn't really, I didn't like go out of my way to, go to the gospel gathering like every Friday just to, find a life partner or whatever.
No, no, no. It's the same with me, right? I'm not going there to just find a life partner, but definitely like, let's say for example, your like my dad, let's say, once you have a family, you want to have like a wife, your focus will shift from like trying to just randomly socialize to like actually
That's
doing
true.
something with that get you more stability to the family, right?
Yeah.
So that there's a period of time where you socialize, and then, but like for me, if I have a fiance and wife as well, my focus will be probably still socialize, but in line with work. Like, it won't be
Yeah, yeah.
like random societies or event that's on a random Friday night. That's something only single people really like are
Yeah.
more likely to do. You know what I
Like
mean?
you like yeah, like you probably want something like you
Yeah, probably go
want
to
more
like,
utility out of it, I guess.
yeah, I'm don't want to just go there just for the sake of um
Socializing.
socializing. I wouldn't say like maybe I go there if my like partner go there too, but
Hmm.
definitely I would say go less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It is a
yeah.
big part like having like that thing because most adult I guess are busy with their work and stuff anyway. So why would you spend your free time with like random strangers rather than your significant other, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, it's just now because I'm doing long distance. So, you have all this time.
That's true.
But yeah, I guess I see the value of, of a group setting, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's because in a few years, I think my routine would be completely different. So
Yeah.
in a way, I also thought about this, you know, how like we talk about like the string of fate or whatever, like red string of fate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like me meeting all these people in society right now, even though we may not be like super close or close, it could have connected our fate.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
in the future, when we see each other again, we're like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah,
immediately connection. So
yeah.
instead of if I didn't go and then we're just strangers. So
I mean, there is a possibility just because even with my bachelor's, like the my manager, I
mm,
didn't talk to her for like so long, and then
mm.
just one day randomly get a message.
Yeah. So I feel like that's what like networking really is. So and now in the Japanese society, I don't know if we go back to the idea of fate, like everything happened to kind of like align for your future benefit somehow. I feel
Yeah,
like there's gonna be a lot of it's definitely not like as obvious. Um, me kind of have this connection with Japan, is also attributed to like my uncle being a professor in Japan.
yeah, yeah.
So it's not weird for me, and I grew up watching anime. It's not weird for me to like try and learn Japanese. Like my parents like very supportive. Like, oh, you know, yeah. So let's
Uh-huh.
say you just randomly learn Japanese, they were like, why? You know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So and it definitely I don't know. Well, like my auntie would say mini sai, you know,
Yeah.
or mini sai. Like she said, she have nisai with OCD. That's why she's in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way, for like,
Cause you in Japan.
yeah, the threat is getting needed. You know, I don't know where it's
Yeah.
gonna lead, but
But most of the time you would just attribute it to your environment, because you have a Japanese uncle, you're into Japanese entertainment.
which is
Obviously, it's
fate, don't you think?
perfectly, yeah, but at the same time, it's perfectly normal if somehow you ended up, liking Japanese or taking an interest into Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
It's just how your environment shape you.
Mm. And I think that aspect of like oh environment as well is there's some sort of like even in Australia, I feel like being in Sydney or like Australia in general is so many Japanese who's like, compared to let's say if I go Singapore or something to study, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I'd be more likely to have a destination with Japan, I think, because I'm in Australia as well,
Yeah, that's
compared to other
uh,
countries. Oh, I wouldn't know, but
yeah. I mean, it's
yeah,
like, oh, somehow you met Yod and then you ended up in Japan.
yeah, yeah. Essentially,
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can always attribute it to, I guess, fate and all that. But um, I guess your environment is like really important. I think that's why, like, you know, the social gathering is good because it's like an environment where,
mhm.
you
I just
can
think
learn so much.
when you just uh, meet other genuine people, you sort of
Yeah,
like establish that red string of fate with them. So like next
yeah,
time, who knows where it will lead, but you definitely can say if I go Japan, definitely can like hit them up
yeah.
and hang out and do
It definitely
something.
opened doors to
Yeah.
more, like, I guess, opportunities.
Mm.
But and like me just being at home, won't do shit.
Less of a chance to do that. Mm.
Yeah, it's just I just need to take more initiative and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've talked to a couple of days ago, I had lunch with one of the Indian friend who
Uh,
referred me to intern as well. He's so I was talking to him about this sort of like socialities and you know, because his life is a bit different. He's 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
So I was telling him, I felt like I missed my time. I feel a bit offbeat because completing my master's, I should be doing something like looking for career instead of
More professional stuff.
like him, instead of what I've been doing, which is in society, which is essentially
Mm.
what I missed out during bachelor's.
Mm-hmm.
And he pretty much told me like he's 27, 20, like turning like 20, almost 30.
Yeah.
So obviously his priorities change even
Mm-hmm.
more than me.
Mm-hmm.
And he already had his fun during his bachelor.
Mm. Yeah.
So there's
It's
no like compare, like it's still, he don't think it's a waste essentially. Like it's for me. And comparing it to him is a little bit, I guess, not fair because he's at a different age in his life where he needs stability.
mm-hmm.
So everything he does, all the hard work he does, finding graduate, finding job, is at a higher intensity than mine.
Yeah.
Or it should be at a higher intensity than mine. Um, which make a lot of sense. So everyone's kind of have their own path, and I guess just because they're doing something different doesn't mean like what you're doing is useless.
Yeah.
I mean, I totally kind of know that too. It's just sometimes
I
you
mean,
just
yeah, definitely there's something that I'm doing different that's useless. But there's better things out there that I can do like with that's more aligned with, my I guess timing, my time period.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So in a way, it's like you can afford certain things that you know you should do, and no need to compare. Like, oh, I should be doing this instead. Oh, I don't know. That's kind of hard to describe.
Yeah.
There's definitely things that you should change if you recognize that it's not benefiting your goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess be careful on what that goal actually is. And if you have different goal with another guy or another person, it's not compared to fair to compare um because you both essentially want different things.
Yeah.
Like ultimately it's go back to what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Like for you, right? You already have a fiance, you already somewhat have certain skills in marketing, or you already have uh, this far in um your early childhood education. I guess the question is, with all those resources available to you, like what do you want to do with it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's like a clear-cut answer of like what I want to gain out of, all this effort. But like I, um, knowing what I want is like really different from like when I actually have to do to get what I want. Um, I just don't know if it can just be, you know, dissected as okay, maybe this is not what I want. That's why I'm not really trying.
Hmm.
But obviously, it's something that needs to be done. So I wouldn't say like what I want is necessarily like relevant. You know what I mean? for now, it's just I need to do what needs to be done instead of like I want to do this, I want to do this, you know?
I feel like in some way it's like a guiding guiding the trajectory. Of course, you have something that you need to do, right? But it also have to align with that thing that you.
Um,
Otherwise, what's the point?
I mean, obviously, I want to get into like marketing and stuff, but at the same time, if you think about like back then, if that's really something I wanted to do, why didn't I just do it? You
Yeah,
know?
that's why we are having this conversation. Where why do you think you didn't do it? When
I
you
think
touch
it's
on
just
like the
because,
safety.
like I said, there's something needs to be done. It just becomes a priority, and then your need would always, triumph over your want. But then, considering the amount of effort that I put into doing what needs to be done, I'm basically just doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? You get it?
I mean, if my point was like sometimes you need to be something to get what you want, you know. And
Yeah.
I think if you're just doing what you need to be done just for the sake of it, it's you won't get any like additional like I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what I want.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's more about like what you're doing now. Is it what you want to be doing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Like what you're doing right now, is it what you want to do? Like for me, obviously, just procrastinating, it's not something I want to do, right?
Hmm.
So I guess what I want to do is not procrastinating and I don't know, gaining utility out of my time.
Yeah.
And obviously, right now, I just think I think I'm not as introverted as I thought I would be, where I actually, you know how extrovert, they gain energy from being in like social settings?
Hmm.
I feel like I'm like that.
Yeah.
Where like when I'm around people, or just like having someone next to me, I'm instantly more productive
More
or like
proactive.
more accountable, all that
Yeah.
type of stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just feel like that's how my life was back then in Singapore,
Yeah.
where like, oh, even though I'm tired from my training body, like training,
Yeah.
I would still, go to the gathering for like 3, 4 hours into the dark and coming home, I have to travel a bit more. Because back then,
Mm.
take bus and stuff, it was all fire, bro.
Yeah. That's definitely in my experience as well through like introverts. People don't think I'm an introvert, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Because you probably aren't. It's just sometimes you think you're introverted just because you
Did the test and then it showed
you
INFJ.
feel that, yeah, or you feel depleted. You know what I mean?
Hey,
After
introverted
it's
doesn't mean you're not
socializing.
social, right? So it's
Yeah.
still
Introvertedness, I just feel like it's because you actually feel depleted
yeah, dude. So I definitely
after
had to work.
interacting.
I would say I definitely had to work on or actively work on the social skill though to like I guess be on the same level as the extroverts. So just sort of
Yeah.
natural with it. Um,
Because like, would you say like, if you meet someone who's like very, what do you call that? Like, when you meet someone and they're just in your face and they're so like full of energy,
mhm.
they're like bright,
Yeah.
and like, hey man, what's up? Do you feel like you can respond to that energy or like match it?
It depend on the time of the day, to be honest. Depend on how tired you are. But sometimes I can, sometimes I can't.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by like you're probably not as introverted as you think, where it's like you can actually match the energy,
Yeah.
Because like Yeah, I just had a random postman come to me like, "Hey boss, what's up?" And then I was like, "Hey, how you doing, man?" You know
Mm.
what I mean?
Then does that feel natural?
Yes.
Okay.
It feel like I just naturally align my energy
And
with
it- Yeah,
theirs,
yeah,
and even working till 11, like I'm able to talk about random stuff.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just like you said, I have a degree of, I guess, awareness of my own social energy.
yeah, 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 for sure.
And yeah, depending on that, I would adjust how close to the
Hmm.
energy I would match.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely depend on the yeah. For
Yeah,
some day I feel like I would be like on point, bro, cracking jokes left and right.
yeah,
Some day I'm like, I just want to be, I just want to be quiet, man.
yeah.
Like how much energy today?
Yeah.
Essentially, honestly, what else was I gonna say? Something came to mind, but I forgot about it. Oh, damn.
Bruh,
It's
that's
the alcohol,
ADHD,
man.
bro.
It's the alcohol killing all my brain cells, bro.
God.
Hmm.
But,
Yeah,
well,
let's move on.
well, that's what, talking about the past,
Mm.
present, future, a little bit of future. You said you
What?
wanted to talk about, like, did you want to talk more about, like, your fear or
Yeah,
uncertainty?
yeah. I guess so. The future is, like I said, is right now I'm approaching another like crossroad almost. Where I'm done with the milestone,
Uh-huh,
another milestone. So like, what's next is
uh-huh.
always like a little bit scary,
Yeah, I
especially when
mean,
you don't
yeah,
have a path yet. Like you don't have
uh-huh,
anything lined up yet.
uh,
But at the same time, there's part of me that's like, oh, everything gonna work out just fine. Just keep doing what you're doing.
yeah.
Um, I've always been fortunate with like meeting people that help out along the
Uh,
way.
you just have to be, um, I guess, the same level of initiative, I guess.
Bro, I wonder what I guess like because you're reflective, you kind of like sort of what kind of person you currently are. Do you think how you were raised by your parent like really shaped you to be this way, or like what? I guess a better question would be what did your parent or family instill? What value did they instill in you? Would you say that you kind of inherited right now?
I mean, that's tough to say because I wouldn't be able to recall, I guess, what
Really?
they've taught me. It's
Mm,
just at some point I just realized, I guess, what they lack in terms of parenting
yeah.
that I wouldn't want to happen for my kids.
Mm,
And when I look at it like that, I realize, I just have this sense, I guess,
mm,
or I don't know if this uh empathy, like sense of empathy, comes from my parents, because
yeah.
I don't really spend as much time as I would like or as appropriate enough to actually attribute my values to their teaching and how they brought me up. But all I know is I'm very sensitive or perceptive, I guess, to people's feelings and emotions.
How would you say you got that sort of
That's the
um
part where it's difficult to pinpoint exactly, like, oh, it's because of my parents, or maybe it's because of my experience studying in Singapore.
mm,
Like I would say, um, at some point I've met people who've introduced me to this sense of, like, empathy, all that type of stuff.
mm,
It's just, do you associate that with, you know, the root of whatever values you're holding. Like, I don't know if that's what they taught me. It could be the reason, I'm empathetic in the first place is because of my parents, but then there is, or like there are people out there where I've like interacted with that just shows me I should be empathetic,
Mm.
I should be kind, should be respectful,
Yeah.
and should reflect a lot. Because, I watch all these podcasts and stuff,
Yeah. So like
Dr. K and stuff.
content you consume, like stories and stuff.
Yeah, so it's difficult to say that it's solely my parents.
Right. I think for me, like a lot of the content I consume might like shape it a lot, like, especially like stories. Like,
Yeah.
some of it could be from anime, some of it could be from like
Yeah.
you know just books I've read or things that I've seen movies. Family definitely the case as well. They always taught me to be like kind, bit more thoughtful.
Yeah.
Like when you ask for favors and stuff, they always like when I ask for favors, they always scold me for like you know you shouldn't like bother the teacher with that favor and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then a lot of the I guess ideal person, like what it meant to be a good person, was reinforced a lot by like maybe anime or like the stories that I read.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a cool character, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I definitely noticed, I don't know, feel like in society, you would have people who work hard, people who doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
or like people who just go and have fun and don't care.
Don't care. Yeah.
Uh, um, I've just wondered, because I feel like I've definitely put in a little bit more thought into like I guess with everything in the society, like even like attending it and helping out stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, from a objective point of view, you would look at me like, oh, why are you doing like too much?
Yeah. Yeah.
As in, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I'm the weird one here, but like, because people just, oh, it's not my duty, they don't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
And
mean, yeah.
and in some cases, like, I don't know, always try to like help out. I don't know, just even more like being extra, I guess, more passionate than the
Yeah.
actual
Yeah. Yeah.
like president themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Somehow,
Like, do you like wonder why, or
I
are
wonder
you
why.
wondering like why are the rest of the members not the same as me?
I think I wonder why like I'm this way more than that. So that's why I've been reflecting on maybe
Mm.
my parents' value or my But it's like I'm happy with like I think internally I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy with like when I like say do the barbecue, right, and everyone
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the food.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'm like super happy.
Mm-hmm.
Do the extra stuff and then people are like enjoying it, and I guess what I expect in return is maybe a little bit of gratefulness. It's like because it's not
Mm-hmm.
like I don't expect anything. Because sometimes when you put in the effort and then
Yeah.
they don't, you know, like
Yeah.
care as much. I also feel a little bit like slighted.
You
But
you
yeah,
know why you feel like you want some form of gratitude?
why?
It's because you're aware that you're doing extra.
Yeah.
Like at work, I'm aware that I'm doing extra.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes I chill just so
Yeah.
that, I'm not doing extra.
But do you think like that's a bad thing though, like doing extra?
I'm not, no, it's not a bad thing at all. It's because in itself, it just demonstrates that you are somewhat of a perfectionist, I guess.
Mm.
Because if you observe, I guess, some area in life where it is severely lacking or
Mm.
even somewhat lacking, you would have to exert proportionally more effort in order to, fill in the gaps, right?
Mm.
And when you become aware of it, you know, you would expect some sort of compensation, I guess. It's
Yeah.
just if you were to pinpoint exactly like the root of that, I don't know, value development, it's tough to say. But it could be like you said, from your upbringing or how you consume content.
Yeah.
Because you said you were into, reaction videos. Why? You find some sort of joy out of seeing people
It's having fun.
enjoy themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that could probably be
Enjoying.
why like you want everything to be perfect. But then at the same time, once you develop that awareness that you're doing extra, then you sort of start to,
Yeah.
question, oh, why am I doing
Why?
extra?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like, why is this guy not even doing his? It,
Yeah.
I just feel like in this world, there is always an imbalance that
Yeah.
exists.
Yeah.
So regardless, it's like this. With greater power, greater responsibility.
Yeah.
For us, we have a greater sense of, perfection.
Mm.
And
That's
we want everything to be dialed in like perfectly.
mm.
And that comes at the cost of our own, I guess, feelings.
Yeah. Definitely feel like somewhat or like spend more time feeling things, I guess. It
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense what you said. No.
yeah. Because even at work now, like I'm reorganizing the storage room, right?
Mm.
At some point, I realized other workers are not even doing, half of what I do. Why should I be even organizing the storage?
Yeah.
But for me, um, now I see it as this, where, okay, why am I doing this? But I'm not doing this at home, where like,
Mm.
why is my home so messy? I'm not reorganizing it. And suddenly I'm putting all this extra effort um at work, right? So for
Mm.
you, you're putting all this extra work into society stuff. I think it's better to question, okay, maybe if I'm doing extra in society work, there has to be some sort of redistribution of effort. Like, okay, maybe I'm doing too much of my society. I should be doing some more towards, I don't know, my personal project.
Mm.
Or I think if you manage to balance out like all the stuff that you should be doing, you won't feel at all that you're doing extra.
You feel natural.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're putting the same amount of effort into everything. And for me, I feel that way is because um yeah, at home I don't like even reorganize the shoe rack. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But at
Yeah.
work I see a little bit of like, misplaced item. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just weird. And I'm like, oh, is it because I'm being paid?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right. It's not as clear because I said in your case you're being paid, right? For me, it's like not really getting paid, not really getting. I'm just questioning my own motivation. I don't think the other like the people in society care very much about us, whether I have one or
Yeah.
not. I'm just
Yeah,
questioning my
bro.
own like, uh,
Yeah. It's just like for us, we have a higher sense of awareness, I guess, of like, oh, there's like a big ass gap on the road. I should be putting extra effort to make sure that the gap is fully closed, or like
yeah,
it's just how we are brought up, which I don't know why, but I know that it's perfectly normal because ultimately we're just at a higher standard
I guess
than
so. Man. I guess
normal people.
it's like I don't know, like, bro, I don't know. My thought is like, oh, if I can help out, I help out. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah,
I can make a difference, I'll go make a difference. Like I guess I like the feeling of being needed. I guess.
yeah.
Not sure if
I
that's
guess
a
I totally get what you mean.
yeah.
That feeling that you can actually help out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's not like you're expecting it. It's even better when
You don't expect anything in return.
yeah.
I mean, I told you guys how I feel. I've just been doing that all my life, bro. Like doing extra work for other people that probably don't deserve it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
But
so that's definitely like a thing I had to watch out for.
yeah, but at the same time, like I said, it's all about like a shift of perception where, okay, maybe you should be redirecting this extra effort towards something else.
Mm.
And maybe that's when you finally achieve that balance. But I guess, I forgot what did I want to say. I was gonna bring up another topic, bro.
What? Your brain cells dying too, bro.
Oh God.
But you probably lack of sleep, bro.
Nah. Oh, I don't know. Now I've been sleeping really good. It's just because I realized, like this mini thought where I was talking earlier, right? Like, so when I'm sleeping, I would be, it's like a part of my routine now to be on my phone. I have to watch a video first before I go
Uh-huh,
sleep.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
But now I just put my alarm, throw away my phone, and try to sleep regardless, right? Because now I'm trying to answer to those little tiny thoughts that always pop up.
Yeah,
And those thoughts I've attributed to something that needs to be done.
yeah.
So for example, like, oh, I realized I need to do laundry. Oh, I realized I need to do this. I would go do it immediately within like, I don't know, 2 seconds. So
Mm.
that I don't even have the time to, because I don't know if you've had this feeling. There are times when I go to the gym or like I'm about to head to the gym and I'm like weighing my decision. Like, oh, should I be going gym? Or maybe
Always,
should I
bro.
slow? Like,
Oh,
it's like a inner battle in your mind. It's like a war happening. I think at some point, that's when that I realized there is a problem within me, like a really, really bad one. I don't
mm-hmm.
know if it's like some form of addiction or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but after watching Dr. K podcast, it's like you totally have full capacity to, I guess, win the war.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sometimes you give in because you're in a very, very comfortable space. Like
Yeah.
inside your head, you're very comfortable. And like you said, you probably don't feel any immediate consequence. So you
Mm-hmm.
probably just uh give in to those desires, I guess.
And every time you give in to those desires, it also reinforces
Yeah, because
for the next time.
yeah, I feel like at times it's like so weird where, I'm about to, let's say, procrastinate.
Mm-hmm.
I would get a notification from someone like, oh, you need to be doing this. Like, it's just that perfectly, timing
Mm-hmm.
where I don't know if it's like, God doing his work or whatever. I just feel like this is what I should be doing and I'm not doing. But right now I'm trying to do more of, you know,
Well,
answering
God.
to those like
Yeah,
thoughts.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, I think
you
honestly,
see me
like if
now,
you
bro.
start doing,
It's
bro, it's
yeah.
like the more you start doing, the more you start seeing that like sign like, from God, whatever.
Yeah, and I think that's why, people are religious in the first place. And the idea of being religious, it's because you have this feeling that your I mean, that your prayers are answered, right?
Mm-hmm.
People who feel that way are religious
Mm-hmm.
because they can, I guess, see the tangible effects of their prayers being answered.
But
And for me, I,
yeah,
I attribute those to some spiritual, I don't know,
yeah,
whatever, like tingering.
yeah. You gotta do the thing as well to get it answered. You know what I mean?
Obviously.
You can't just sit down, procrastinate,
Yeah.
and pray,
And
right?
that's why I feel like some people are not religious because they don't see it as or they don't do it.
Mm.
Like what needs to be done.
Mm. Well, it's like,
But
like the thing you said about like doing, like cleaning or getting perfect at work, and then when you're at home, you don't even do shit. It's the same for me, where like I would spend so much time just making sure the house is clean, but my room is shit. I don't want to clean my room.
yeah.
For some reason, bro.
Yeah, that is a problem.
I don't know. Maybe it's like, do you think it's like we want to feel needed, as in like we want to say if I clean the house, a shared space and stuff, everyone else will be enjoying it, while as our room is just us. So I
Yeah.
would definitely,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
other roommate, he's us the opposite. Doesn't care much about the house, only his room. I feel
Mm.
like that's the normal sort of, like, I don't know if it's normal, but
I mean, there's this saying where you probably take care of others better than you take care of yourself, and
yeah,
that applies to us more, I guess.
that does definitely sound like my mom, bro.
Yeah. Like you would go out of way to help the other person, but not yourself. Like, why don't you help yourself, you know? Like, why you helping other people more
Yeah.
than you help yourself? And for me, I think that is what makes you empathetic.
Mm. Oh, why indeed though?
Like, why you like that?
Mm. Because there's a pattern, like
Yeah, I
definitely
did.
pattern.
I mean, it's like asking, how is personality developed? It's probably something you need to really research about.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess,
But
yeah.
at its core, it's logically appropriate to just assume that if that's a fact, then what needs to be done is also a fact.
What do you
Or
mean?
like, so a fact is right,
Uh-huh.
right? A fact is a fact, is the
Uh-huh.
truth. So if you are truthfully a person that exerts more effort than other people,
Mm-hmm.
then all you need to do is redistribute those
Yeah.
effort.
So we distribute it, be a little bit more selfish, actually.
I wouldn't say, yeah, but obviously, you don't want to be like, oh, I should just um um take it easy and not do what I should be doing. At some point, it's like you are going against who you are.
Mm.
It's just you just accepted that, you're a person that is doing this. So even if, you become aware of, I don't know, the fact that you put too much effort, you won't feel as bad that people are not being grateful.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, it
Because,
doesn't happen as often. It's just something I notice, as in,
yeah,
why am I putting this? Like, as I'm doing it, it's like, yeah, why am I being so
yeah,
extra to help out when don't even need to? I do feel good doing it, but
yeah,
it's just, I guess while we're in this reflective state, it's like, is that something I need to work on? Oh, it's just fine, you know?
yeah. Uh, I don't know. Like having that self-awareness, I just don't know like why I'm like that. Because
Mm.
for me, I would prefer that I'm more the doing type where fuck self-awareness.
Just
I'm
do
just
it.
do what I want to do. I have
Yeah.
super high ego, but I'm somewhat successful.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Because for me, I see some successful people that doesn't really have that self-awareness or is sensitive to other people's feelings.
Mm.
But because of that, they don't give a fuck and they just do what they need to be doing and they just achieve, things for themselves.
Mm. Materialistically. With that being said, let's talk about the future a bit more. So
Uh-huh.
what kind of person do you want to be? What's the ideal person you want to be? Because with all these like attributes that we sort of identified,
Yeah.
is that the kind of thing that ideally that you want to be? Like more beyond just like I guess material, like getting rich or whatnot. Like the kind of
Mm.
person you want to be.
For me, ideally, I see myself as a protective. Like I wanna move in this direction where I'm more of myself in the future, and I don't have to um, let go of like a part of myself just to be, you know, who I need to become because of other people, right? Because at this point, like like that sense of self-awareness, right?
Mm-hmm.
It probably doesn't work in our favor, but I don't want to throw that away, right?
But like this could be a strength as well. Like empathy.
It is a strength. It's just if you think about, I guess, in business terms,
Mm.
I don't think having that sense
That's
of empathy is good, especially when the work culture is so like, oh, what's the word? So you
cutthroat.
need that iron in you, as Lee Kuan Yew said, Like the
Yeah,
world is not sunshine and rainbow. It's
that's
like
true.
it's it's hell, bro. Like
Yeah.
you cannot expect to please everyone. You cannot expect to be kind to everyone. You have to set proper, standards and stuff. And you have to let people know that, um, like this is what I say myself too. I want to be like a leader, right? Just
Mm.
because I'm more attuned to feeling or being sensitive to other people's feelings. So
Bro,
ideally,
it's
I want to
yeah.
be in that position.
I've heard this recently in a podcast as well. Like at work, I don't want your personal self. I want your professional self. Right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
in a sense, like you could be empathetic as much as
And
whatever
yeah,
you want at in
yeah.
your own personal time at when work need to get done. Even in my intern
Mm-hmm.
specifically, the I remember the I guess kind of like the head of our like department. He was doing the
Yeah.
interview for one of the senior analysts that
Mm-hmm.
start around the same time I start. I remember a conversation being like he was so like cutthroat, like we can't
Yeah.
offer you the salary, like
Yeah.
very intimidating.
Yeah.
But then at the
Assertive.
yeah, in the meeting, like later on after she got hired and everything, he was just saying like, oh, we can't like essentially it's like negotiation, you know.
Uh-huh.
We can't really be nice in that way. And then even in the meeting, internal meeting, like intern joined the meeting too.
Yeah.
He joined the meeting with like his kid running around on his lap, and then he's like very like I don't know, not as it's not in business mode essentially. It's like very kind and empathetic
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
It's like, yeah,
yeah,
that funny boss, whatever.
yeah.
Um, yeah, that's ideally who I wanna be, where I'm very flexible and I'm basically in control with my mind. I can
Mm.
be whoever I need to be in that specific moment. And also, I wanna be, or basically zero hypocrisy. Like, as you know, I'm a very good talker, but not
Mm-hmm.
walker, right?
Yeah.
I just wanna be more of a doer kind of person.
I feel like you just need a little push, bro. Sometime.
I always get a push. People push me all the time. It's just when there's no one to push me, you
Yeah.
know, I I want to be that person who push himself for the sake of himself. Like I said, at some point, like at work and stuff, I do so much for other people.
Mm.
Like even, 5 minutes to closing my shift. Oh, I'm getting all this ready just so that the next person taking over.
Oh man,
Because
yeah,
my manager is a female, right?
yeah,
Obviously, she's not going to be able to carry like crates of, I don't know, 15,
yeah,
20
yeah,
kilo down the stairs. So I
yeah,
do all of this. I set it up properly for my manager. But then, oh, why do I do this? And I'm like super like tired out,
yeah.
but I still do it. Um, I just hope that, I'm not gonna be that person where I'm gonna kill myself before other people kill me. You know what I mean? Before
Right,
life
right,
even
right,
gets to
right,
me.
right.
So
Yeah.
at some point, I have to have that, I guess, intelligence. Because people in, you know, like in work,
Hmm.
they are built different.
Yeah.
At some point, they've honed their mindset, their feelings.
Mm.
They've numbed their basically sense of empathy to like, to the point where they seem like not a good person, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But deep down, they're like a teddy bear, I guess.
Yeah. Guess you need to do
So
both.
yeah, that's who I want to
Want to be
become
both.
just because I want to, I see myself as a family person too.
Hmm.
So that empathy side of me for my family, and then those assertive, like a leader, who's like, I don't know what's the word, but
You can be a cool boss.
not cool boss, but like a, a boss that's scary enough for you to do the work that is
Yeah, yeah,
allocated to you.
yeah.
But at the same time, if we're in like proper social setting, we can, interact as normal, be close. And that's what I feel like, you know, the Western work culture is so good at, doing this.
Very different because I don't know. I can't imagine this. It's two opposite sort of force, right? Like for
Yeah.
example, what if you know your coworker is going through something, or like your um employee is going through something,
Yeah.
but the work need to get done. You know what I mean? That's if you watch Diary of CEO, there's a lot of like football managers
Hmm.
who's had to like sort of get their player to like stay motivated, ignore family a bit,
Yeah.
and it's definitely hard to achieve. But it's honestly for me, I feel like that's my ideal sort of state as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, it's like this. Let's say you have an employee, right?
Uh-huh,
They need that job
uh-huh.
because their family rely on that job, on that
Hmm.
income.
Hmm.
But then he sucked at that
Uh-huh,
job.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Would you keep him?
Probably not.
Exactly.
I'll like at
It's
least
like,
I'll refer you to somebody else.
yeah,
You
at
can.
some point, I want to be that person who have the guts to, okay, we this work that we're doing is like super important.
Mm,
And because, you're not performing to that expectation that we set out in the first place, we're gonna have to let you go and stuff. I don't know, if in the future I would have the guts to say that, right?
yeah.
Because I'm not very confrontational.
Same, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And I just feel like at the same time, I don't want to be timid. People
Mm,
bully you for that.
yeah, yeah.
Like, even right now in our friend group, the reason, you know, that someone gets picked on is because they're timid.
Mm,
They show themselves as weak.
yeah,
And I see that. It's just I don't really say it. That's why, I keep it low key
yeah.
like this. I say it on a podcast now, but then, you know, I definitely am very perceptive to people who, you know, express their, I guess, ego and stuff, their alpha, whatever, just
Yeah.
because they feel um, that they can towards the
Mm.
other person, right?
Yeah, I guess there's always you have to have a very solid foundation, bro.
Yeah. And for me,
Like
I want to
um,
be, yeah, the person who have a gut or that iron.
iron, but also empathetic.
Yeah. It's hard to achieve both because, as a person, it's impossible.
Mm. I
You
definitely
just,
feel more like I don't know, in a professional setting, definitely feel more, or at least just the thing you described, like when you switch to another mode.
yeah.
Um, I don't know, because I feel like uh, internally there's also that rage inside, me or my grandma
Yeah,
and whatnot.
yeah, yeah,
I feel like I definitely can switch on to like, I don't care, bro, just get it done.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
It's just whether
but
you can do it like what do you call it?
consistently, yeah,
Yeah,
without burning out. Honestly, there are some moments that's like, man, like I don't care enough about you. Like it's like I don't have enough room in my head to care, essentially.
yeah, yeah.
There's so many other people that I'm working for, like
Uh-huh.
a family, grandma, you're not my
Yeah, yeah.
family, essentially. But yeah, that kind of like kicked the empathy out a bit
Uh-huh.
as well in a professional setting.
Yeah. I mean, like, with the way you set out like how you feel about your club or your society work,
Mm.
you could have the same feeling where these people don't show me gratefulness. Why the fuck do I have to care about them,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the element of what you said, like where you see things that need to be done and you just want to get it done. And then, it's like even when I was working at the cafe, right? I would stay overtime without getting paid just to like make sure everything is like close enough.
Yeah.
You know what I
That
mean?
was me my first day at the start of my job.
Yeah. It's just natural. Like, I don't know, like ở đấy món tới mà anh cho đồ bộ, chầm chầm nhom chui hiệp cake out hiệp ấy ra.
Yeah, yeah.
Honest, it's being extra, but also I will notice my coworker respond well, or like my manager and stuff respond well towards it. To a point where like I see new stuff coming on as well. They're not as kind to them as they are to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. There's some benefit to that. Uh,
Obviously there is, but sometimes, there won't be, and just gotta deal with it.
yeah, I think you'll have to like you said like that boundary of like you can't just let people walk all over you.
Yeah,
Essentially.
I guess. But it it just comes down again, like I'm talking all this bullshit, right?
Oh, I never do it. Yeah,
Yeah, like what am I gonna do? Like,
yeah.
will I actually, do it when the time comes?
I think the
Because
more you like the tiny step that you take to what you say, the more your identity just fully shift. Otherwise, you always feel like this.
yeah.
So it like that small voice keep doing the opposite, it reinforces the opposite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I definitely how to say it ex like talking to you, what you said before, I think make a lot of sense to me right now. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, why am I like this?" But yeah.
I mean, at some point you're doing a lot of identifying
Yeah.
that you don't you let go of your identity,
You
I,
do.
yeah, like Dr. K was just talking about it. Like a lot of people now are like identifying, like who should I be, who I want to become, all the type of shit. But ideally, your identity is within you. Like it's
Mm,
not gonna go anywhere.
mm. You need to act.
It's just your identity can become flexible, right? And if you, I don't know, if you can make it flexible, then you should. And obviously, it takes training, I guess.
A lot of action to reinforce that think the attribute that you want. Like say for example, you have this ideal version of yourself, right? Like
Hmm.
the action that you do right now should reflect or like works toward that. So that thing become like closer to reality.
Hmm.
If you do the opposite, if you like fall often, I think it was just doesn't help with your confidence to go back to the confidence as well.
Hmm.
Definitely, I don't know. Like I guess to tie like close it up, I think for me in the past, reflecting back, my a lot of characteristic like empathy and stuff is kind of like I've seen in the family. So like my mom, she didn't do a lot. My grandma, when I was here, my grandma do a lot as well, like with me, put up with me as a kid, as a wild kid. And come here, looking at my little cousins, she also say, "Oh, cháu thỏm thế nào? Pi bảy sáng thế bị
Hmm.
thỏm ấy." It's like the idea of
Hmm.
thỏm, like all
Yeah.
in, it will be worth it at the end. Endure.
Hmm.
If you can endure, endure. You can't help it, it's your family. that type of like value is sort of what shaped me today. Where it's like, oh, if I can help out, I will.
Yeah.
Of course, there's like boundaries as well. But if I see something that I can feel like I can help out, I should do it. But like that's
Mm.
where I'm at right now. And honestly, in the future, I also want to have some of that value because, like I said, like people also respond well. Like people have generally been kind to me. I feel like the reason why I meet good people often is because of that kind of value that I've been doing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where people was like, oh, he's actually like don't really want anything from me. He's helping out just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
That definitely allowed me to meet like a lot of good people as well. So in the future, I want some of that as well. Um, Also want to be like what you said, professional, get shit done,
Yeah.
not all talk. Um,
Yeah.
but ideally, I think my ultimate like
Persona.
persona is well, like very like a dad.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what I want to be too.
So like you raise you instill those while you're your kid, but you're also empathetic. But then when you need to defend your family, you're like a protector. And then
Yeah.
when you see someone, not just like in your own family, but say someone else getting like abused or like getting, I don't know, taken advantage of in
Yeah,
any
yeah,
way,
yeah,
you'll speak up and defend them.
yeah,
That's the kind of person I think in the future I want to become. On top of I guess getting enough money to sustain that lifestyle.
yeah.
And
I,
also, yeah, flexible enough to, yeah, like if I switch off during the holiday, I'm in the present and I'm not thinking about all this.
yeah. I just hope it's just had where like you have this vision of oh I want to make as much money as possible, but at the same time, the amount of effort and time that requires of you to achieve that level, it's not gonna align with your values for relationship, right? You're not gonna have time for your kids and all that.
True.
So I guess it's just you have to have that sense of where you have to draw that line of okay,
Realistic.
yeah, there's a family behind me and there's this huge work opportunity, like how much of it is gonna deserve of my time and effort,
Mm,
right?
mm,
Because if you're gonna spend like 80 hours work week, you're not gonna have time for your kids, right?
definitely.
Yeah. And I just
It's what
hope,
we'll, yeah.
yeah, ideally the work is sufficiently enough for me to do all to I don't know attain all the life pleasures.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I have some time for, my wife, for my
Definitely a
kids.
very, very idealistic outcome.
Yeah.
Because
Like that's probably, you know, out of reach, but I guess even just imagining it would
mm,
help you, align your like, as you go there, as you move
yeah,
towards
yeah,
achieving that goal.
yeah.
It'll help keep you on track of who you are. Or to be honest, there is not a good question where it's like, oh, who do you want to become? Because I feel like who you want to become is who you are right now. It's just more, I guess, as you get more experience, you know, who you are right now obviously is going to be different from who you're going to be in the future. But
Mm.
I guess right now when you say, oh, I want to become this, I want to become that, I think it's like a pipe stream,
Yeah. I mean, it's more like you said, it's like have even just imagining it, right? I think it's important as well. A dreamer should dream.
Yeah, I guess so. A dreamer
So
should dream. I guess that's like our second job, dreamer.
yeah, where how else can
What do
dreams
you
become
do? I
reality?
fucking dream.
I'm a dreamer.
But
Because not only it does guide, it's like having an overarching philosophy that guide your motivation, what you do.
yeah,
You're having a sense of value that's why am I doing this when this is what I'm trying to become? It's
Yeah,
like, I don't know, if you don't have that, you, I think, always contradict yourself. For example, a person who say they want peace, but then they start, oh, why is the chairs not properly aligned? How are you gonna
yeah,
get
yeah,
peace that way, right? So having that kind of frame of reference to reflect on definitely help you cultivate the thing that even though you may not achieve it, because like I said, what we described just now is very idealistic. It's not the reality that most family actually experience. Um, Statistically, we won't achieve it,
yeah, yeah,
but it's just having that mentality. I think it's like, oh, it's an ideal thing you can work toward, and then you measure your progress that way.
yeah.
So
I
like,
yeah, it helps you become more content with the way
mm,
things are instead of like the way things should be
yeah,
most of the time.
also have a clearer, a stronger identity of who you are, so you don't get like pulled away by people who doesn't match your like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really important, especially, when you don't really know what you want to become as a person or like who you see yourself in the future as. And then when I guess bad people come into your life, you follow them and stuff, when
Very
instead you should
susceptible.
be,
Yeah.
you know, shying away from all those people who are not clearly within your value framework.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Bro, but I say all this type of stuff. I don't even know like where I get this information or knowledge from. Like at this point, I'm so good at bullshitting. I'm bullshitting my future.
That's a
It's
skill, bro.
crazy.
That's a
Like
skill.
this, because like if you think about it, I've never experienced hardship or anything remotely close to what other people are experiencing, and I have all this. I don't know. Maybe it's just that I consume so much content. Like because I procrastinate so much, I consume so much content on like philosophy, psychology, how people think, what people should behave like.
That's what the Google isn't.
I just started a course, bro.
It's all it.
Sell
That's a
delusions.
scammer,
Don't
bro.
sell dreams, sell delusions. You know why?
Why?
I don't know too. But I know delusions are more effective than dreams in uh manipulating people.
Your
Think
bullshitting
about it.
is
If you're delusional, you will get shit done, right? But then if you just dream, you're just dreaming.
your bullshitting is you fully out of your ass, bro.
No, it makes sense. If you're delusional, you'll be getting shit done because
It
you're
does make sense,
deluding
but
yourself
that's
to
why you're
doing
bullshitting
shit.
because it's starting to make sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Oh man, I don't know, like, cause people come to me for like back then they come to me for like relationship problems, and
True.
at some point I see myself as like
Uh,
a therapist when I don't
you,
even
you
go
didn't have a
through.
relationship.
I didn't even have a relationship. This is my first relationship.
That was so true, bro.
Like I don't know where sort of like information I get this shit from. I
Uh,
just like yapping and it just be making sense nonstop. I'm consistently a liar and it
Pathological liar.
yeah,
But
so good.
it does make sense, bro. Like, yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of. Like I said, ideally I don't want to be super, hypocritical of myself where, I'm saying all these things to other people when in fact I have a problem. Like I
Uh,
also have a problem, right?
yeah.
And I'm
Just have
not
to,
doing,
like I said, bro, be a little bit more biased toward action. And it seems like you're already starting to do that. Because you're already
yeah,
having the think pattern. So some people just do, they don't think as much, and then sometimes they run into a wall they can't fix because they don't haven't reflected. For us, with like 90% reflection, 10%, 10% or 0%.
10% do
Right?
it.
Just tune the dial down a bit. Like you said, that's a practical thing is the fact as well. Right?
Yeah. It's that's why I guess, when you're missing something, you wish to have it. It's the same for other people. Like the people who always do things but never thinks, they
Mm.
probably wish that they would think more.
Yeah.
Like, when there's rain, you miss the
It's always
sun.
like that's where the negative feeling come from. Like me when I do too much of the thing, think the negative feeling is supposed to
Yeah.
pull me back to balance.
Yeah. And
So in a
yeah,
way, it's
and yeah.
just there. You just have to like listen to it because like
Mm-hmm.
it's not really a bad thing to have this negative sort of want. Just have to. It's a good reminder. It's like imagine your body doesn't get sick, just one day die, bro, because you don't
Yeah.
know how
If you're
like
sick.
you're sick. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like a mechanism in your brain to bring you back to balance. I feel like
Yeah. Um, I learned this new religious concept in Buddhism. It's like this. Have you heard of the first or the second arrow?
no.
So the first arrow is any event that's like very negatively associated with that's happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
But the second arrow, because imagine the first arrow hits you, right? That's the
It's like
event.
replaying in your brain.
Yeah, the first arrow, it hurts you physically, right?
Yeah.
You're like basically traumatized from it.
Yeah.
But then the second arrow is how it affects you mentally. So how you respond to that first event happening, that first arrow.
Mm.
That's the second arrow.
Mm.
When you think in terms of how you affected by, I guess, circumstances, outside of your control,
Mm-hmm.
you think of it in terms of, okay, the first arrow is I've gotten into a car crash, right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And the second arrow was, oh fuck, you know, I'm depressed, I'm at home crying about it, doing,
My
I don't
parents
know,
gonna scold me. You
my
know,
parents gonna all
what
this.
will people say anything about me?
Yeah, that's the second arrow. But I've developed an immunity to the second arrow,
That's,
where when shit happens, right, I just pull out the first arrow.
I don't think you can develop that this fast, bro.
Well, I already did, bro. Like I'm at work and all this, you know, I at first I associate it with like bad luck,
Mm-hmm.
but then at some point, right, when bad shit keeps happening to you, it becomes normal, right?
Yeah, it's like it's you.
Yeah, because in life, there's up, there's down,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like the stale period, right?
Yeah, it's
Where there's like
majority of life.
nothing happened, and suddenly something happened, and you're like, oh my God, I made it. Or, oh my God, why does this happen to me? But then if you recall your life journey, what has been happening? Nothing. So why should you react to something when, nothing has been happening, right?
So like zoom out
Yeah. Zoom out. I
in the
think that's a
grand scheme
good,
of things.
yeah, that's a good life philosophy is to zoom out. And
Yeah, because
actually,
in the moment, because you're mad, but then most of the time, honestly, you're just mad for a few seconds, and then just keep replaying that shit in your head over and over again.
yeah.
You start imagining how people like see you differently, or like how I'm gonna get scolded by my parents, I'm gonna get scolded by me. People are gonna be disappointed. That's when like second, third, fourth, fifth, 10 arrow started hitting, and then it's the first arrow damage.
Yeah, it's actually that first arrow that's in you. The second arrow is totally, fake. It's like those ghost arrow, that phantom
Exactly. It
arrows.
it hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah, it's just your mind. So I feel like for me now, you know, bad shit happened at work. I'm
Mm,
totally nonchalant about it.
yeah. Once it, I think it take time to cultivate that, bro.
Yeah.
Like if another big thing happen, you're gonna need to learn to take that second eye route, which is much more difficult than small thing that works.
Yeah, bro. At this point, you know, whatever else happened, I'm basically numb to it. And this is where I feel like the idea of God comes from the same origin, because like Greek philosophy
What?
of
Hold
like
on. My grandma's calling me.
oh,
Pause the recording.
I was gonna you cut off my yapping.
He was having too much bullshit, man.
God damn. I was just releasing that matcha and yap because finished my matcha.
I think you need more matcha for the duration of our yapping, bro.
Yeah. Ah, well, I guess this was a long but good session.
Yeah, I think we covered most things we want to talk about today.
Yeah. Past, present, and future. See you guys
In the
next
future,
episode. What in the future? Next week.
bro, next week I'll be in Commando.
I mean, change of environment. Who knows? When you change your environment, new thoughts.
Yeah, maybe I
Oh,
can go to Hang office, bro.
yeah. Oh,
Oh,
oh.
that'd be
Just
great.
foreshadowing. You foreshadowing a feature, a guest feature.
Potentially.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
see you guys next week. Ciao. Oh,
Adios.
you don't say adios. You say
Matane. Bye bye.
yeah.
There you go.
Peace.